Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic.
Hello once again. Thanks for coming back time and time again to the BoshNRoll stream. Today I have a donation deck list. This deck is sent in from MacKenzie, and it is a doozy. So I'd like to first draw your attention to the bottom right corner. My good friend Yorion Sky Nomad is the companion for this deck. So it doesn't take much convincing to get me to play anything with Yorion in it. This is a modern deck, if you can tell from the mana base, and we have Yorion, and basically everything that blinks a creature, and like one of every creature that blinks for some sort of value. So, Charming Prince, Scry, gain some life, blink some shit, Auriok Champion, gain life, draw cards, find your bullet. I love that this is a one-of that finds one-ofs. That's just good deck building. Love it. Coiling Oracle is the body and soul of this deck. It's the 1/1 rampant growth. Icefang Coatl, Skyclave Apparition, Glasscool Mimic, so you can copy your copies to bounce when you bounce. Easy peasy, refill that empty hand. Eternal Witness, do it all again. Deputy of Detention, remove some stuff. Soulherder, blink some stuff. Resto Angel, the original queen of blinking. Resto Angel, also notably infinite combo with kiki-jiki Mirror Breaker. There is one of him in the deck. Then one Venser, some Avalanche Riders, one Omnath, one Acidic Slime, and 4 Chord of Calling to tie it all together. So clearly this is a deck that a lot of the games are going to look different because there's so many different one-ofs in this 80-card deck. But generally the plan is get some shit into play and blink it. And I can't really talk more about the deck than that because I haven't played it yet. And you can't really describe what your end game is going to look like because it's going to look so different in every game depending on what you're playing against and what you chord for and what pieces to what combos you have already. And I'm excited to try this. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of removal in the deck. There's 4 paths in the sideboard, but main deck there's the 2 Skyclave Apparitions, the Deputy Detention, Acidic Slime, and Venser as removal. And that is it. So, I mean, if we find any one of those, we can blink it a lot to gain a bunch of breathing room. It's just, as a person who likes to control the game, I'm worried about the amount of removal, but it's likely that the amount of just pure value that we have here will overcome the lack of removal specifically. So I don't have much more to say about this other than that I want to go get into some games and see how it feels in my hands. I feel like Aether Vial is a little wonky. Like that's a card that is really like this is just my initial impression before playing the deck. Aether Vial you want on turn 1, you want it accumulating, and you want numbers in your deck where it makes sense to just leave it. Like at some point it's like Vial on 3, okay, I'm good to go. But this deck has 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 2 5s. And I'm never taking it to 5. Probably not really taking it to 4 either. But it's not particularly clear if like 2 or 3 is a better place to leave it long term. So also just in an 80-card deck, it's less likely to be in your opening hand, which makes it a lot worse. But we'll see how it plays. That's my only thing that's catching my attention right now off the deck list. If you want me to play your deck in a league, I will do a deck tech like this. I'll tune it. I'll play a league. I'll tell you my thoughts afterwards. I'll tell you what cards I would change. Tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. You can do a donation deck list too. My contact info is in the description. It's BoshNRollStream@gmail.com, or you can message me directly on Twitter. I would love to see your deck and play it in exchange for a donation directly to support the stream. So thanks for watching. let me know if you want me to play your deck. Let's go play this crazy list. All right, I'm on the draw in the first match here. I reveal my companion before either of us see our opening hands, because that's how companion rules work. Just tuck Yorion over here. And this hand is an easy keep. It's got lands, it's got a turn 2 Coiling Oracle. What else do you want in your life? Oh god, we're playing against Oops All Spells. I don't think we could beat this deck at all. They're going to take my Coiling Oracle, I'm sure. My sideboard. So I have a Meddling Mage and a Scavenging Ooze in the sideboard. Does Auriok Champion beat them? Nope, it does not. Alright, yikes. This is a rough matchup to get in my first round against with the 4 or 5 color. I didn't even count. I'm pretty sure all 5 are here. No, there's no black cards. With the 4 color Yorion deck, the Balls to the Wall combo deck is not really what you're looking for as a matchup. Yeah, there's no Force of Negation. There's nothing here. Oh, maybe they're not. Oh, they're just Shadow. Okay. Okay. I got so scared. So scared. Drawing those 2 lands was not the most exciting. Pretty sure there are basic forests in this deck. Yep. Green is the color that a Rockrin Triome doesn't make. Alright, ramp. So next turn I can Eternal Witness and get back Ice-Fang Coatl, which is what they took with Thoughtseize. God, I'm so glad this is Death Shadow and not Oops All Spells. I guess this land makes a lot of sense in Death Shadow. It does not make much sense. Most of my experience playing with and against these double face lands is in Legacy, where they are in literally only one deck. Oh no, another discard spell will end me. Scourge, 1/1 Scourge of the Skyclaves. Bummer. Alright. Eternal Witness, let's go. Get back Ice-Fang Coatl. Yeah, that Death Touch is going to be important if I'm not just dead this turn. I have another Witness too, so even if I get Thoughtseized, I can Witness back Coatl all next turn. I'll have the 5 mana to do it. Cling to Dust. Interesting. Oh, yeah, oh, that's so funny. They couldn't Cling to Dust my Ice-Fang Coatl because their Death Shadow would have died. Wow, that's great. Awkward. Alright, so unless they can damage me... Okay, they can damage me now. I was about to say, unless they can damage me, Scourge of the Skyclaves can't attack, but they can zap my Eternal Witness and just get in for a bunch. That makes Scourge of the Skyclaves a gigantic monster for next turn. It's an 8/8. Yikes. Ooh, Ephemerate. What does that do for me? So I have to fetch a Snow Island here. To give my Coatl Death Touch. I'm going to lead on this to see what it draws. And if they just try to remove it right away... Oh, that was a great draw. I wish I had another white mana, but beggars can't be choosers. Alright, yeah, I'll just pass like this. I can block the Scourge. If they try to remove this, I can ephemerate it. I'm dead to Temur Battle Rage, but there's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully they just have nothing. One-time dealer. I don't know, it seems aggressive to use my one-time this early. Alright, they're drawing. Please brick, please brick. Bromac Courier. I don't think that matters. Alright, well. It is Temur Battle Rage or bust time for them. But I'm very dead to that card. 7, 8, 9. I'm not dead to Fatal Push. I am dead to Dismember. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm exactly dead to Dismember. Oh, they're paying life. Apostle's Blessing. Oh, I'm very dead to that too. 9, 10. Oh no, I'm at 1 to that. Alright, I guess the game goes on. Or something. So I can witness back, Coatl again. They're currently Hellbent. Just make sure I leave up blue-green. Can't pay 2 life, so I won't. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Bromac Courier can draw 2 cards, plus they have their draw step. They need to brick really hard to lose this game from here. But I hope that they do. I think, oh, yeah, if they attack, I'm pretty sure I lose. Like, they wouldn't just fire in if they had nothing. I think they would protect their 16/16 from the onboard Ice Fang Coatl. Alright, yep, Dismember. I am dead. For Xaxes. This doesn't trample on its own, but yeah, that was closer than it felt like it should have been. Okay, so against Death Shadow, I want Path to Exile, and I think I want Huntmaster of the Fells. That's just 2 bodies and it gains some life. I don't think they really care about their graveyard enough, though. They might have Kroxa, I guess. So what's not so good here? Acidic Slime costs 5. I actually think Aether Vial is really bad. Even, and I don't just mean in this 80 card deck, like even in 60 card decks, I board out Aether Vials a lot against Death Shadow, because Aether Vial, while it represents a lot of mana and a lot of power, a lot of like potential power, it also is a card that doesn't do anything directly. And when you're playing against like the Thoughtseize deck with a fast clock, just having any card that does nothing is not a good deal. So, I also don't think Avalanche Riders does much for this deck. This is not the matchup it's for. I could bring in Knight of Autumn just as another thing. Teferi is removal, I guess. And Teferi is better than Avalanche Riders by a lot. Seasoned Pyromancer is good. All of these low drops are good. Do I want Knight of Autumn? Knight of Autumn gains life, which is pretty cool against Scourge of the Skyclaves. Like if they play it as a 2/2, I can just gain 4 life and kill it, which might be a thing. If I do that, I guess like also with kiki-jiki and blinking, I can gain a lot of life. So maybe Glasspool Mimic should turn into Knight of Autumn. Or maybe Omnath should turn into Knight of Autumn and I can keep my Glass Bowl Mimic. This copies a creature you control. I'm not necessarily guaranteed to have any creatures, so I think I'll keep the Omnath. Oh no, Auriok Champion. That's over here. That's really good in this sort of matchup. Omnath can take a break. But there's so many one-ups. I'm probably just completely beefing something here. Alright, this is what I got. This is the best I could do in 3 minutes. Yorion, reveal yourself. Wait, why isn't Yorion visible? Did I just unclick Yorion? Oh no, okay, I do have it. Okay. Alright, they have Lurrus. Did they have Lurrus game 1? Did I just fail to notice that? That's weird if true. Alright, I'm gonna try to get Auriok Champion into play immediately. Like they can discard it, but that card is gonna be nuts if it can stay in play. Well, they are a deck full of discard spells, so I don't have high hopes for my champion. Maybe they'll just play Swift Spear and pass the turn. Alright, count it. So Auriok Champion's gonna get into play, which is not a place that it's very good at leaving once it's present. So I'm just going to play the champion with the plains. I could fetch Shock for a land that like a Temple Garden, which gets me a step closer to Chord of Calling. I do have 2 of them, and I currently have no green mana available. But this gets me closer to 3 permanents for Icefang Coatl. It also just gets this champion into play at the highest life total, which is where I want to be. This Bomat Courier is a huge asshole, though. It's like the one card in their deck that can interact with Auriok Champion. Thoughtseize, my Coatl's going away. Guaranteed. I don't think I attack with Auriok Champion even if I have an attack, because lowering their life total is something they want to do, and their deck has haste creatures in it. So Champion's just going to hang out. Yuck. Alright. Oh, I can put Yorion in my hand. I should at least do that. Should I do that? That plays into Thoughtseize, but I'm not doing anything else with my mana this turn. Yeah, I should. I think I want basic Forest to save life and get closer to Chord and put Yorion in hand. If it gets Thoughtseized, it's not the biggest deal, because I do have a bunch of Eternal Witnesses. But I would like to at least move in some sort of forward direction. I think if these chords get unlocked, I'm pretty far ahead. Though this Bomat Courier is going to have like 4 cards under it at that point. It's the best Bomat Courier I've ever seen. It's also kind of nice that I can just F6 and let these turns pass. I don't have to worry about bluffing Force of Negation because it's just not in the deck. I guess I could still bluff it, but I don't have to. This does feel like it should have Uro in it, though. Like, I know that sounds lame. Like, every deck should have Uro in it. But this is a mana-hungry 4-color base green-blue deck with blink shenanigans that happen. Like, I definitely think that at least one that you can like chord for in the mid game when your library is ready to load up. Like you could end step chord, get Uro, untap, escape Uro. That would be pretty nice. Ooh, Knight's Whisper is kind of a non-boat with Bomat Courier. You mostly want to get your hand empty and then fire this off, and they just freshly reloaded. Or they might be digging for Thoughtseize to clip this Yorion. Mighty Bird Noodle. It'd be super nice to draw like some creature. Hey, we drew some creature. Blue, and I think leaving white up represents the most. I just killed it instantly. That makes sense. I never get the card. All right. So I hide away something I don't want, is how this works. Yes, I would always like to gain 1 life. All right, so I don't want to draw Birds of Paradise at this juncture. So Birds of Paradise is in exile forever. Let me check the mana base real quick. Yeah, Temple Garden's in the deck. So I can play my Flooded Strand, get Temple Garden, and set up Chord for next turn. With minimal damage to myself. They didn't do anything with that 1 mana they had left over, which is pretty suspicious. It would suck pretty hard if they were like land, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, draw 4 cards. Oh no, don't do it. This Bomat Courier. Alright, so I should figure out what I'm doing with this Chord of Calling. It's going to be for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'm going to chord for 3. My 3 drops are Seasoned Pyromancer. That can fight a Bomat Courier pretty well. Inquisition. Alright, they're stripping one of my chords. I hope they don't take them both. I could also just chord for Eternal Witness, which gets back chord. But that plays right into Cling to Dust. I would not like to pay 2 life. I'm getting Shocklands instead of the Triomes because drawing Triomes and cycling them for fresh cards at this point in the game when my mana is set up is probably better. At least that's my read on the situation. Now, what am I chording for and when? Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard 2 cards, draw 2 for each non-land card. So I'd have to discard Yorion. I guess we don't know what I'm drawing yet. Shocking in the 4th. Oh, they didn't shock it in. All right. Fetching the 4th Blood Crypt in my upkeep. All right, well, I have to play this Breeding Pool untapped. I think I probably have to chord for Eternal Witness. I'm still going to hold back Auriok Champion. If they Thoughtseize me, I can chord for Seasoned Pyromancer in response. Oh wait, no, because Seasoned Pyromancer draws 2 cards. I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I'm losing my Yorion anyway. I might as well get a token out of it. Scourge of the Skyclaves. Alright, there's that thing. Okay, now it's real decision time. I'm going to cast Chord for 3, and then see what happens. Let's see what's available here. So I could get a second champion, and that could... It's hard to remove, and it pressures the Scourge of the Skyclaves in a meaningful way. I can get Deputy, but if they have removal... Like, the problem is most of these things just get wrecked by removal. Maybe I just get Charming Prince and gain some life, but that's bad. I'm going to get Eternal Witness and get back my Cord. Or do I just want Ice Fang Coatl back? Is that just better than Cord? Probably not. Not if I can get this chain going. Always yes. And always yield. Okay. That should be set up now. Did I play into the Cling to Dust? And I know I played into it, but do you have it, is the question. Yes, do this. And yeah, I'll block. I don't think they're going to let this die. Like, trading off 5 cards for a 2/1. Their hand would have to be pretty good. Are they going to Temur Battle Rage? That's so fucking funny. I'm a big fan of that. You got me. I guess if they're going to discard their hand pretty soon anyway. Alright, so now I can Cord for 4, which puts Venser on the menu. So I have Venser and Resto Angel as options at 4. Maybe I should just attack, put them to 5. No, if I attack, I can't Cord for 4. That's how this works. Yeah, Venser bounces Scourge and blocks Bomat Courier. And then if they can't remove it right away, Yorion resets the board again, and I gain a bunch of life. I could also just block and see if they commit to a Temur Battle Rage. Yeah, if I Cord for Venser in the end step, or I could Cord for Omnath and untap and play this fetch land. Does that kill them? I don't think it kills them, but it's pretty sweet. Or did I? I think I boarded Omnath out. Sorry, Omnath. Alright, so I might as well Cord for the full value, even if I end up getting a 3-drop. So Venser is the only 4 still in the deck. Oh no, Huntmaster. Hell yeah. I'm getting Huntmaster. That's a lot of triggers. It's 2 creatures, 5 damage, 3 life. It's an insane blink with Yorion. They might have... If I can force them to pop Bomat Courier this turn and discard their Lurrus that they just put into hand, that would be a moral victory, if not a full actual victory. Alright, I'm going to attack with all of my creatures, put them to 1. And then the Yorion, assuming all my things happen, Yorion will kill the Scourge of Skyclaves because I gain 1, 2, 3 life. Yeah, I gain a bunch of life off of that. Haha, they had to dump the Lurrus? Did they find the lightning bolt? Whatever. Alright, so you're still at 3. And I'm setting up a pretty nice Seasoned Pyromancer for next turn. So they're at 3. I'm going to reduce this thing to a 2/2, and I can still block it. And they're dead to my flyer, but they did just draw 5. I also need a red source for Seasoned Pyromancer. This I've gone pure banned so far this game. Shit. though that does have an ability from the graveyard. So if I find the red source, I can still exile it to make 2 elementals, which triggers Auriok Champion twice. Alright, just packed it up. Auriok Champion, 2 sticky. Alright, I don't know if that Omnath was a reasonable thing I could do, or if that game got weird enough that I got there. I feel like I do still want Omnath in the deck, just in case we get that far. And Omnath has a enters the battlefield, draw a card trigger, so it's always value, even with with ephemerates and stuff. So yeah, I'll hold on to that. What do I board out now? It might be Soulherder. I mean, they have a lot of removal, but no, I think I need that. Can I board out a land? Just cut a land? Oh, I could cut a Mana Dork. I could cut one of these Birds of Paradise. Or I actually think Gilded Goose is worse than Birds of Paradise. Like, I have no reason to use the food other than gain 3 life. Though, gain 3 life does have additional implications in this matchup. Okay, yeah, I'll shave a Mana Dork. I'm on the draw, they have a lot of removal. So Mana Dorks are a lot like Aether Vial in the discard matchups, where it's like, it is a card that sets you up for later, but there won't necessarily be a later, or you won't necessarily have cards in your hand to cast later. Ooh, they presented a 61 card deck. That's the tech. They're trying to keep up with my 80 card deck. But even if they bring in their whole sideboard, they can't have 80 cards. Alright, I have Yorion, you have Luris. We have a turn 1 Mana Dork. I'm going to keep. I kind of need this Mana Dork, so I hope it sticks. I guess it's not the biggest deal, because like, if they take the Birds of Paradise, I play a lot of lands. And like, the other creatures in my hand are more important. I'm going to bird and save the path for later. Because next turn, I can like, Coiling Oracle plus path if my bird survives. Obviously not blocking. Right, I think if they were going to kill bird, they would have done it before combat damage. Scourge of Skyclaves. That's the thing I said. Is that the best play, though? I don't think that it is. I think I want a Coiling Oracle. Because I do need to keep hitting land drops here. Ephemerate, huh? So I could block Scourge and Ephemerate my Oracle, or I could just hold up Path. Let's play around removal a little bit here. I could have played Gilded Goose, cracked the food immediately, and killed Scourge of Skyclave. I just think that with Path to Exile and Icefang Quaddle in hand already, I don't need to make that play. Thought sees me. So I could Path to Exile right now, or I could try to play through this thing. Alright. I'm gonna play the value game. Like, if they want to take my Path to Exile, I'll block and Ephemerate. And my hand is full of bangers. I don't know, like, there are certainly hands they could have that absolutely punish me for not pathing here, but there's hands that punish me for pathing too, so I'm just going to try to play the value game. Alright, that just resolved. I would not like to pay 2 life. So now I can soul. Oh, right, this rebounds. That card's so good. Rebound, targeting Coiling Oracle. Let's go again. Oh, we're going off. Alright, do I want to pay 2 life? I think I might. Yes, I do. That grows the Scourge, but I think that's okay. So white, blue, green. Soulherder can blink Coiling Oracle again. And I can still flash in this Coatl. Yes, please. Always yield to that. Make it large. So I did not find a snow permanent, unfortunately. Am I dead to Teamer Battle Rage? I would take 4, which makes this a 9/9, and I'm at 10. So I'm not quite dead to Battle Rage. Unless they can, like, land bolt me. Though if they had a bolt, they had 1,000 chances to use it by now. I don't think they have a lightning bolt. Alright, they're targeting me with Bobble. Cleansing Wildfire, targeting this. Okay. So I float blue. That's awesome. That gives me Death Touch now. I get a green. Oh, it comes in tapped, but I still have Death Touch. Alright, you knew that was there. Now it has Death Touch. The top of my deck must have been really good for them to want to turn on my Ice Fang Coatl. I think you attack with Swift Spear here. Nope, don't want to? Okay, deal. So now I can pop off with Omnath. Oh, drawing that was insane. So I draw a card on the first one and I gain life on the second one. So red, blue, green, white. Here comes Omnath. I draw a card. Ketria Triome. I gain 4 life. And I can attack with Ice Fang Coatl. But then I'd have to blink it. Okay, so I think I blink Coiling Oracle in the end step and try to hit my land drop to trigger Omnath. Like, if Omnath triggers, I can Chord for something and path their Scourge. But I don't even think I need to path their Scourge. Okay, so I'm gonna get 4 mana. 5, 5, 6. Yes, I would like to pay. Trigger that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if this is the best thing, but I'm gonna get the Knight. Or no, I'm not gonna get Knight. Shit. They can lose 1 life at will. I can discard Gilded Goose and Scavenging Ooze. I could just get Auriok Champion and try to get sticky. No, I think I want to get Skyclave Apparition. All right, yeah. I mean, mistakes were made here. I'm just playing suboptimally. I'm gonna get knight. I'm still gonna get the knight. I'm gonna gain 4 life. They can lose 1 to save their scourge, but even then, it's just a 1/1. Oh, this is bonkers. MacKenzie, your deck rules. So, Inquisition of Kozilek. I'm just gonna path. Like, why let them even have a creature at all? That even grows my Soul Herder. I guess that is how that works. A creature was exiled. I've never played with Soul Herder before. It is definitely my shit. I think they're dead. Like, how can they win this game? Yeah, they agreed. Pack it up. All right, that was awesome. Let's hope the rest of the league rules that hard. So we're on the draw round 2 with a no lander. Unfortunately, it's a no lander because we finally see the Aether Vial. All right, yeah, this hand is bonkers. I think I'm gonna send basic planes to the bottom. Like, there's a bunch of matchups where Avalanche Riders doesn't do anything, and then there's some matchups where it's your best card. And I would like to experiment with these cards while I'm playing a deck that contains them all. Oh no, Darkslick Shores. So this has to be like Ad Nauseam. I think that's the only deck that plays that card. And I am going to fetch a Triome this time, just to get my mana perfect. Early on, I like fetching Triomes. Later on, I like fetching Shocks in case I draw the Triome. But, so Ad Nauseam, everything I said about Oops All Spells last match, when I thought that's what we were playing against, is true here. This is a very fast, moderately disruptive combo deck, and we have almost nothing to say about it. I'm going to get the Triome that makes white, because I have several forests already. This Coiling Oracle's been pretty good at hitting lands. Speaking of hitting lands, guess who's not going to matter this game? Oh, Boseiju. I can nuke their Boseiju, make it look like I actually have counterspells in my deck. Or I could just hit their Darkslick Shores and hope it doesn't matter. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter. Like, they can just Ad Nauseam right now. Oh, they're unlifing right now. That's interesting. Now I think I hit Darkslick Shores. If I can deny them colors, that's pretty cool. And they have 1 tap left on their Gemstone Mine. Boseiju hurts them. I don't have a blink for this Avalanche Riders, unfortunately. I feel like I can safely F6 now, because if I had a Force of Negation in my deck or in my hand, I would have taken out the Boseiju. Alright, Pentad Prism is down to empty. And we're not dead yet. And they just nuked a land to Serum Visions. Is there a chance? Though getting through this on life is going to be tough. I guess I just have to get them under 0, and then I have a number of ways I can like bounce or remove on life. I hope we win this game by courting for Acidic Slime. They topped that Serum Visions, so I don't think they're in much trouble. All right, Lotus Bloom. If I can find Venser in time to deal with that, that might be something. I'm not going to pay this Echo. I got better shit going on. All right, blue, green. I want to draw a card before I decide what else I'm going to do this turn. Ooh, there's the acidic slime. We don't even need to cord for it, just have it. All right, so I'm going to get a breeding pool. So 1, 2, 3. They didn't play a land last turn. I think I want to witness back Avalanche Riders. So I can Avalanche Riders the Boseiju next turn. And the turn after that I can slime the Unlife. And then their 4-card hand has to produce 5 mana and have a way to not die to their own ad nauseum. Alright, a second Lotus Bloom. Chord of Calling would just be such a great draw. Alright, Ride or Die. And I'm going to play out both of my mana dorks. Oh, JK. I'm going to play out one of my mana dorks. This is not the... I tapped wrong. That's not the Triumph that makes green. Whoopsie doozies. Alright, there's that Gemstone Mine. So they slow rolled that on purpose. So how much mana do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough to pay the Echo. Seven is enough to cast Coatl and still cast Acidic Slime. Just on the off chance that I find Venser here. I think Venser is my only main deck stack interaction. And bouncing a Lotus Bloom on the stack is just chef's kiss. Alright, let's see if they have it all. I'm going to slime the Unlife. And now they need to generate 5 mana and have Ad Nauseam and have Angel's Grace all in their 4-card hand. And Lethal's on board, so they have to do it right now. Yeah, so if they have... I don't even know how they do this. So they have to have Land, Spirit Guide. Yeah, okay. I think it would take all 4 cards. So they would need Land to get up to 5 mana. They would need Spirit Guide to get up to 6, Angel's Grace, and Ad Nauseam. That would have to be their 5-card hand. Or 4-card hand. Alright, now what do I do? Collector Oof. Pretty easy one. Kasali Pride Mage, Meddling Mage, Knight of Autumn. Anything that destroys a artifact or enchantment I'm interested in. Like, fighting off their Lotus Bloom's pretty important. Meddling Mage is definitely the best card in the deck. Shout out to Chris Bakula. Auric Champion doesn't do much. Scavenging Ooze doesn't matter. Selfless Spirit doesn't matter. Mind Sensor, they don't search their deck at all, I don't think. Like Spoils of the Vault is their tutor. Okay, so Auric Champion doesn't matter. I guess it's like technically possible I could gain enough life that they can't kill me. But they still have Lab Maniac. Seasoned Pyromancer is not really what I want. Sorry, Aether Vial. Maybe I just leave all the creatures and cut all the Aether Vials. Like on the draw against this combo deck, Aether Vial is just not good. Avalanche Rider, I don't know if it won me that game, but it certainly constricted their outs. See, Auric Champion is just really not good at all. I guess I can play Mind Sensor just as like a flash threat. Oh, I need to actually board in the cards I want to. Could also get Teferi. I guess Teferi is the same thing as Acidic Slime in this matchup. It just shows up and destroys Phyrexian on life. So Apparition is good. All right, Aven Mind Sensor's back out for Teferi. It seems weird, but like a 5-mana creature, just fair and square, didn't even ramp, didn't do anything, just 5-mana creature won me the game last time. Oh, this is the best card in my whole deck, but I'm on this one lander that's not even a green land. I'm gonna mulligan. That sucks. But I think we're better off with just like a functional hand that sees more cards than that absolute banger that doesn't. Yeah, if that was a green land, I guess like maybe I should have done some math, see like what the actual chances of drawing a green source over the first 2 turns were. Alright, so my opponent went Plains Go, like didn't even suspend Lotus Bloom. So they're probably on a Pentad Prism draw, which that Collector Oof would have been pretty good against. Maybe I'll just draw it right now. Having the Hierarch start is nice because that turns on all of the 3-drops like Skyclave, Apparition, and et al. Alright, Scry 2 is probably what I want to do. Because I'm playing this Triome this turn, almost certainly. Bottom. Got plenty of those. Where were you all in my Collector Roof hand? Alright, so I could die this turn pretty reasonably. I guess they would need a Spirit Guide to kill me this turn. I would like to draw Venser. No, I would like to draw Chord of Calling. I can Chord for Meddling Mage with this hand. Or with this mana available. Alright, blue-green. I could still find Meddling Mage or Collector Roof here. This deck does play a lot of lands. Alright, almost certainly dead next turn. They have the Unlife, they have everything. I don't know what they would need to respect out of me here. Let's say I'm holding up Jeskai mana and I have 4 cards in hand, like I could just mana leak. If they think that's a card I could possibly have. Thassa's Oracle. Okay, they Thassa's Oracle and then they cast Spoils of the Vault in response, naming Abandon Hope, I hope. Oh, is that card legal in the format? What's the style name in this format? In Legacy, you name Abandon Hope. Like, it is the first card alphabetically, and it's also just funny. Oh, I don't want to have to scroll up just to figure out what they named. They named Reign of Tears. Okay, yeah, that's pretty stylish. Oh, I should look at their deck. Alright, so 2 Oracles, Abantu's Last Reckoning, 3 at 4. Okay, they do have all 4 ad nauseums. Alright, yeah, so this Oracle Spoils backup plan is a tight little package. Like, you can turn 3 with this deck now instead of turn 5 or whatever. You don't even have to guess the instant. That's pretty sweet. Makes a lot of sense. I just haven't played against this deck since Thassa's Oracle was printed. Okay. You got me. There's several Path to Exiles in this list also. Yeah, that's going to be tough to beat. I don't think anything changes here. Their hand would have crumbled to a Collector Oof, though, let me tell you. I guess I can also... So, I want to be holding up Chord. Like, if I have a Chord and I can cast it for 2, I guess that's kind of a tight pinch, because if I cast it... If they have ad nauseum, they can just respond to the Chord with the combo. If they have Thassa's Oracle, then I prefer to hold it up. Like, they put Oracle on the stack, and then I Chord and name Spoils in response. This is going to be tricky, but it's all going to be reliant on Chord of Calling, like, pretty hard. Alright, well, it has Chord and some ramp, which is about the best I can ask for. You feel like such a boss revealing Yorion at the beginning of the game until your opponent's a combo deck. Then you're like, oh, yeah, okay, shit. I just have to hope it takes them a little bit of time to set up. I would like to get my souls hurting here. Alright, I'm going to get Breeding Pool. Simic is the best guild by so much. So I can hold up Chord for 1 starting next turn, but that doesn't do anything. So I think I just need to jam the Soulherder. Alright, they found a turn 2 Suspend Lotus Bloom. So either they were playing around something or they just drew it now. They can just turn 3 Goldfish me, though, with pretty much impunity. Okay. That's one of the better cards that I have in my life. So if I attack I can just play Meddling Mage, naming Ad Nauseam. And then if they go for the Oracle instead, I can ephemerate it. And I can even ephemerate it in response to a path if they try to remove it. Ephemerate's pretty nice. Though that means I can't crack this fetch land in my end step. This is my plan now. I hide behind this Meddling Mage. I never tap out of Ephemerate. Ooh, I could even... There might be something even more fun here. So this has to get Temple Garden. I need green mana. So I can chord. I think I want to attack with Meddling Mage. And then I'm gonna Soulherder and blink Meddling Mage. I guess I should have attacked with both. If I'm attacking with anything, I'm not holding up chord anyway. I missed a damage there. I was busy narrating. So I play Soulherder. I blink Meddling Mage, naming Lotus Bloom. And then I can ephemerate it back onto whatever I need it to be. All right, so let's deny that. Oh wait, there's 2 counters still on that. Damn it. That's fine. It still needed to be online. I thought it was time, but it was not time. All right, Ephemerate still plays though. On life, okay, I can destroy that. Or remove it at instant speed as needed. Acidic Slime. How do you do? Okay, so now I have some options. I can slime on life, end step blink slime to remove Dark Slick Shores. And then I still have Meddling Mage on Lotus Bloom. I could also just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I attack with nothing, I can chord for 4, and I'm holding up Ephemerate. Yeah, I think holding up Venser plus Ephemerate for Meddling Mage is probably my best use of this turn. So I can attack with Coiling Oracle, because I'm going to blink that. Yeah, I'm going to play Scared here, though I think it would be a lot more fun to jam Acidic Slime and beat my combo deck opponent with Acidic Slime twice. All right, another Coiling Oracle in hand. All right, so I should be able to eat this Lotus Bloom with Meddling Mage. Nice. You're out of here forever, just permanently exiled. All right, they just have nothing. Okay, so now they can Ad Nauseam in response to me doing anything. So if they cast Ad Nauseam here, I'm gonna blink Meddling Mage and switch it to Pact of Negation. And then I'm gonna chord for Venser. All right, so I'll let you take your 1 damage from that. And then I'm gonna Ephemerate this. They might pact the Ephemerate. All right. Pact of Negation. And then I think I can let Ad Nauseam resolve. And then I just chord later. Yeah, like if they go for the kill, I can just chord for Venser, bounce on life. This is fun. All right, there's the pact. All right, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way they can, like, multi-kill me. Like, they've already made their land drop. They could pitch 2 Spirit Guides to play a Pentad Prism to cast Path to Exile. And then I can kill them in response to that. No, they would need, if they have, yeah, because then they'd only have 2 Spirit Guides. Oh no, but they would have the Pentad Prism on 1. Oh shit, I think they can still win. I might have needed to bounce on life before they were Ad Nauseaming. I think I got greedy. Let's see if they find that line, if they have enough Spirit Guides. Like, they might not even play 4. I only see 3. And if they just go for the Lightning Storm, I win. There is still a Path to Exile there. All right, Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide. Oh wait, Pentad Prism is a Sunburst card, so double red doesn't get it with 2 counters anyway. Yeah, I think I win. Yep, no Pact of Negation, no problem. I don't think I need to let this thing resolve, so chord, green, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. I have many ways to remove Phyrexian on life. Chord is my favorite one. Or, well, 4 is my favorite one for Venser. Can't Pact of Negation. Alright, so Venser, Shaper Savant comes into play. Bounce on life. And then you're dead, Zos. Alright, we beat Ad Nauseam. That was great. Next round. I hope I trophy with this deck. Right, we're on the draw here in round 3. I'm going to keep it. It has turn 2 Oracle. It's got lands. I can make 3 plays here. I'm hoping we get to play against a fair deck at some point. Like, just one of the, like, Omnath piles that lets me really just go off. I am excited how well last round went, though. This season Pyromancer makes me nervous. Like, I understand it's an 80 card deck. You're more likely to chord for it. Like, chording for it when you're Hellbent is probably just the cat's ass, but just having it in your hand in this deck, this 4-color deck, I don't even know how castable it is. Alright, my opponent has Wall of Omens in their deck, which makes me think that we're probably going to get our wish of playing against something fair. Flip a green land. Yeah, if that had flipped a forest into play and we get to cast Noble Hierarch, dirty stuff. Do need to find a land drop here. Gonna start falling behind pretty quick. Shit. So I could Quaddle to try to find a land drop. I actually am okay with that. I could have just cast the 2 mana dorks. I'm gonna ephemerate this. I don't get the rebound, but I do get to try to find another land. Alright, didn't find another land. It wasn't attacking anyway. Yeah, the problem with running out the 2 mana dorks that turn rather than trying to spike a land drop was that Teferi is just the full like Stone Rain with cantrip. Can't do that. Draw. Alright, Soulherder. I mean, that card is excellent, except against Path to Exile. Alright, I'm going to crack at this Teferi and see if they have like Quaddle their own to trade off, or what they want to do about that. Alright, Quaddle again. Look for those draws. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, no, I think it's better to leave up green to cast one of the mana dorks than it is to leave up white to try to ephemerate again. Am I getting Cryptic Commanded here? Oh, Venser. Does everyone play Venser now? Oh, that's just targeting Quaddle. That's fine. Maybe I'm supposed to play Birds of Paradise there, just as a chance to get closer to the Seasoned Pyromancer. Because CZPC is insane here. And Teferi can bounce Venser to refill their hand and have the next thing answered. I feel like this match is going to take a long time. The clock is going to be relevant. I'm going to be trying to make decisions quickly, starting now, because it's going to pay off 46 minutes from now. But if I hit my land drops from this position, like someday, maybe. Alright, can I draw a card? Another Soulherder, come on. Oh fuck, I should have played Noble Hierarch, I'm so bad. I was going to do that anyway, and now Teferi's going to be at 1 instead of dead. It's loose plays, fast and loose. I'll play Birds of Paradise, so it's less embarrassing. That's not actually why. It's because Seasoned Pyromancer is really good. Here, I would love to discard most of this hand and turn it into different cards. Though I should have played the Noble Hierarch pre-combat, but once I fuck that up, Birds of Paradise is the better play. Oh god. They're just like a better Ephemerate deck than me. Oh no, my lands! That's definitely the right play, but I'm mad about it. Just discard 100 Ephemerates. I'm gonna make them play this out at least. Like, I have mana dorks. I can start to try to pull ahead. I'm still attacking in kind of a reasonable fashion. So get the Noble Hierarch out there. That will at least demand some respect from blockers, because now I'm attacking Teferi for a lethal amount. They have the Quaddle. It's not a big deal. and play the other Hierarch. I hope I'm able to just punish them for attacking my lands that turn. Oh wow, they did basically nothing on that whole turn cycle. And now I still have a lethal attack on Teferi. And my mana is just back under me. I'm actually up, this is the most mana I've had all game. So they're getting Ephemerate back. Oh, can they draw a card right now? Damn it. All right, so they can Ephemerate. But if they have to Ephemerate to save Teferi, I guess they don't even have to do that, because depending on what Teferi bounces. Yeah, this is wild. If they bounce a Hierarch, oh, they're bouncing their wall. Okay. They only have one white, so they can't wall plus Ephemerate here. So they're gonna rely on Venser to save Teferi, which she mostly can do. I will at least present a threat they don't want to bounce. Like, if I attack with Coiling Oracle, they can block and before damage bounce Venser and bounce something they actually want to bounce, but oh, Path to Exile. That is a gift at this point in the game. Yes, please. So, getting the second red for Pyromancer, I have all my other colors under me. Yeah, I think I actually do want to get the red. And I can play 2 Soul Herders right now. Does that even do anything, though? I guess they start growing pretty quickly. So, Soul Herder. They exile target creature, though. So, having the second Soul Herder in play, I guess it forces them to answer 2 things. Even though, like, because they both target, I can't target Coiling Oracle twice. I just have to pick some other random creature. All right, we're getting to work here. Glad I didn't concede when I had one land in play. If they have like Supreme Verdict, that would set me back pretty far. But if they don't have that, if they're still trying to like Ephemerate with Venser to win this game, and if they Ephemerate Venser, my Soul Herders grow. This is good stuff. I should just fetch so I can get my F6 value, since I think time is going to matter a lot here. I'm going to get Stomping Grounds, and then just F6. So they can Path to Exile my Soul Herder. My other one becomes a 4/4 if they do that, though. They could also just get Coatl, or they're trying to hit land drops, okay. So now they have double white available. I'm not sure what that does exactly for them. So now I can just attack with my 2 3/3s and see what happens. I'm going to mash at Teferi with these 2. They're probably just going to block with wall and block with something. Oh, they might have a Coatl. All right, so Path to Exile resolves, obviously. Yes, use the ability. Now we have a 4/4, so they can block and Ephemerate with something else. Yeah, that Path to Exile was a good card to have in hand. Oh, they just let Venser die. That's fun. Deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can chord for 6. I could also just witness some stuff back. I'm gonna chord. One, 2, 3. I'm gonna chord for 3. I think having a Soulherder in play here is too good. Or another one. Or I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now. This deck is so hard. Apparition could remove Teferi. Glasspool Mimic can just become whatever I want. Yeah, I'll get Glasspool Mimic. And I'll have it be a Coiling Oracle. And I'll have that set up for later. Then I can get a green source here and cast Eternal Witness. So green, green, Witness, get back chord. Oh, I think Witness should have got back Ephemerate. Wow, this deck is hard. Alright, so I'm gonna blink Witness. And I want to get back Ephemerate. So I can chord for a removal for Teferi next turn, and then I'm pretty well set up. Yeah, if my first Witness had gotten back Ephemerate, I could have ephemerated the clone, copying Soulherder, and then I could have blinked Oracle and Witness in the end step, which is just a better line. Alright, so they have, because they have Teferi in play, they can Ephemerates back. Like, Ephemerate Witness gets something, and then on the rebound, it gets back the, it hits the Witness and gets itself back. Make my monster grow. Yeah, if this was a second Soulherder, now I fucked it up a lot, because now they would have had to be respecting that all along, and this is the card that can reset this into this card. Yeah, that would have been so much better. Oh, they have Uro. That's what I said last time about my deck. That it should probably have Uro in it. Alright, so I can chord for a Skyclave Apparition to answer Uro or Teferi as needed. Alright, Uro's not in play. That's good news. So I'm going to start by ephemerating this. Alright, so I want it to come into play as a Soulherder. So now they can't just bust me up with a Path to Exile. So chord, green, 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 colorless. One, two, three. All right, yeah. So I can get Skyclave Apparition now to get rid of Teferi. So now my Ephemerates are back on. Path, my Eternal Witness. That's fine. I have another one in my hand. Of course, they don't know that, but I do. And that means that this 12/12 can attack. I think they're gonna, all right, they're just taking it. Love it. All right, so Witness is going to get redeployed here. Surprise. And then I have 2 Soulherders to go off with. So I can get back Cord, and then my Soulherders can effectively untap 2 creatures. And I can Cord for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, unless they have Cryptic Command here. Can I kill my opponent? Do I have any like burn creatures in the deck? I don't think so. So Cord. Yes. And then I'm going to go to my end step. I'm going to herd some souls. All right, so Eternal Witness can get back Ephemerate. God, this is fucked up. And then Coiling Oracle triggers. I can Cord now. Is there any reason to Cord now? I don't think so. I think I want to wait until there are Ephemerates on the stack. Does that even matter? Like, I don't think that their Ephemerate even matters. Do I have any graveyard hate? I know there's an Ooze in the sideboard. Oh, I can get Deputy of Detention. Oh, did it already happen? Did I click through it by accident? Teferi, okay. That's no bueno. What can I do about Teferi? So green, green, green. 1, 2, 3. 4. No, I need white mana. Is there white mana left? Okay, so green, green, green. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get Restoration Angel. All right, Resto Angel, which blinks. Eternal Witness, which gets back Cord. And if they Ephemerate in response to get their path, then I have my own Ephemerate. Yes, I'd like to do that. Then I can Ephemerate Witness, because I might as well. It's not going to get any better. Get back my Coatl. Okay, I've done the things I can do. Teferi is a pretty nice mirror breaker. They're at 4. I have a lot of shit going on here. And 2 Cords. Like, I can Kiki Combo. I'm threatening lethal with multiple attacks. They can Ephemerate, get back Path, Path, and Uro. This game is crazy. This deck is crazy. I'm a big fan of this deck. I don't know if I could play this in real life. I don't know if my brain would manage it. I wonder if they have a Supreme Verdict that they're digging to. Alright, so... Yep, these things happen. Can't cast it. Can't cast it. I know. So I think I just go to combat and attack with everything. See what happens. Because I guess I should have gone for the kiki-jiki first, because that forces up the play. Oh no, this is not ephemerate. Oh, they have cryptic command in their deck? Blah. Okay. Yeah, I've been playing around that the whole game, and then, well, not playing around, but respecting that the whole game. And then there it is. LOL, Aether Vial. Thanks for showing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Chord for 4. I can get my Venser. No, I think I want to remove their Teferi again. Chord for 3. Get the Apparition. Or maybe removing Eternal Witness is better. No, but they have Ephemerate in their hand. I need to get rid of Teferi. I might time out in game 1 here. My god. I'm gonna die to my own Soul Herders. Teferi is the only reason I haven't timed out yet, because I've been able to F6 on their turn. And I still have Yorion over here too, so there's a lot of stuff happening. Alright, 2 Teferi's gone. End step. You and you. So Blinking Resto Angel plays around. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not Flicker Wisp, it's Resto Angel. It gives me an extra trigger. Like, it triggers Soul Herder an extra time while still doing the same thing. Yes. Oh, this is crazy fun. One, two, three. I can even chord now because they don't have Teferi. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, I can chord for Venser now. And because I'm exiling the Teferis, they can't even witness them back. But Venser doesn't actually do anything. Like, if I bounce their Cryptic Command, they just cast it again. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands in play. They're not joking around over there. This whole game is crazy. All right, I'm going to chord in the end step because I can. Like, it's just, man, I'm not going to get back. I have another chord in my hand if they want to fight over this one. So chording for 4. Yes, yes, fight over it. If they Cryptic Command now, it means they're not doing it later. And that's what they put back in their hand with the Ephemerate. Alright, so Cryptic Command happened. Ephemerate. Okay, so they get their Cryptic back. Okay, so I think they're dead. I have a pretty juicy attack, and I have a second chord, and now they don't have enough mana to Cryptic twice. Oh my god, I have this fucking Aether Vial now that I have to click to put a counter on. All right, so let's get down to business. They're at 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Court is 4. Get Fencer. And you're out of here. I have more lethal attackers than they have blockers. And I have 11 minutes left on my clock. Jeez. Alright, I definitely want Scavenging Ooze. That was a big deal. I'm surprised there's no Graveyard Hate of any kind in the main deck. That would have been nice to have access to. I feel like Avalanche Riders is like not the matchup this is for, but it is very good here. Like if I can get Riders blinking, I'll take over pretty quick. We saw how mana hungry that got, so maybe I'll leave 1 in. This is not the matchup Auriok Champion's for. That's just going to time me out on triggers. So Ooze, Teferi, I like both of those. Selfless Spirit. They didn't show me a Wrath. I definitely want the Path to Exiles to break up what they're doing. Oh, I have Acidic Slime. I don't need Avalanche Riders. If I do end up in a position where I can attack their mana base, Acidic Slime can do it. I feel like this is a matchup where Aether Vial might be excellent. Alright, I have to cut 3 more cards. I guess I don't have to. I could just submit 83. Who gives a shit at this point? Glasspool Mimic was very cool. Alright, maybe I should shave on some Aether Vials. No, Aether Vial, especially facing down Teferi. But Teferi bouncing Aether Vial is brutal. I'm just off this Aether Vial. I've decided that that's just not what I'm doing. Alright, Aven Mind Sensor. That could get them somehow. Alright. Here's my deck. I also have this giant trump card in Yorion. Like, they seem to have a more coherent main deck strategy, but my Yorion is a big deal. Alright, so I think I just want to get Soulherder to work right away. Yeah, I'll just get Soulherder into play. And that starts the growing process. It's something that they'll have to path like sooner than later. Uses all my mana. Like I didn't want to like only use 2 of my 3 available mana when I could get this engine online. Alright, Apparition's pretty good. But that's fine. It's funny that Soul Warden or Soul Herder triggers itself on the way out. Alright, I'm gonna fetch basic. I am gonna save this Coatl for instant speed. Like if they play a Teferi this turn and I play Coatl, then they have to bounce Coatl and give me an extra card because then a Coatl just attacks Teferi if they don't. I don't want to play against Teferi though. The card was really good last round. Uro. Yeah, he never got going last round. He sat in the graveyard for a very long time. It's funny they respected Quaddle when they didn't have to. Like, I don't have Death Touch. Can't get there. Path to Exile, huh? So I can attack. Is a significant amount of damage. So I can Path to Exile them if they try to go for any shenanigans, and I can Resto Angel my Quaddle otherwise. If they cast a fairy, Restoing Quaddle means that they have two things they have to bounce or deal with before Teferi can survive the turn cycle. All right, let's go. To draw a card. I'm not going to Path to Exile right now. I just don't want it to get eaten by an Ephemerate at all. So I want to get some red mana here. I have a lot of... It's weird because I don't know how reliable these Noble Hierarchs are. Like right now I have tons of blue and white mana, but that's not necessarily true if they have Supreme Verdict in their deck. Oh, it didn't die. A Quaddle of your own. Does not have the touch. You touched it too much. Alright, Quaddle's dead. I can watch for tomorrow. See if they have the path right away. Nope. Ooh, I want that acidic slime. That was probably the wrong play, but I got fucking excited about it. Which is really the best reason to make any play. Alright, so I get acidic slime right away. And then I can hide something away for later. I guess Deputy of Detention. I'm gonna have to deal with these Teferis eventually. And I'm all in. If you have Supreme Verdict, you have it. But this is the hand I have. Alright, so I'm gonna attack Teferi with nothing because they have Cryptic Command. I guess that's a strong reason to cast some spells with my Noble Hierarchs first main. Alright, let's see if this breaks this game open like I think it might. Yeah, if I could start blinking that acidic slime and just whittling their lands down, that's bonkers. And it's a death touch creature along the way. So I'm going to attack Teferi with everything. Well, all of my non-hierarch creatures. Witness gets back Cryptic here, I imagine. Alright, so now I know to cast some stuff first main if I want my Noble Hierarch mana. Or I can put Yorion in hand first main. And then good luck tapping my team before combat because I'm going to post second main Yorion. Checkmate. Oh, are they doing it? I'm so excited right now if this is about to happen. I guess they could tap my team and bounce one of my creatures so I don't get to flicker it for free. Nope, just tap draw. Deal. Yorion alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, while they're tapped out, I think I want to get rid of this thing. No free ephemerates on my watch. That kind of fucks up my ruin all your lands with acidic slime plan. But I'm still doing that too. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Guess I might as well untap my hierarchs. Doesn't hurt anything. Containment Priest is in the format now, though, thanks to M20. So Resto Angel blinks Yorion. Acidic Slime goes after this, and I get to hide away another thing. I'll get this cord, any order on the bottom. Slime time, blink you. Yes, use the ability. Yorion, hide my squad. Yeah, just take the whole squad. If you have Containment Priest, you win. But I'm going to play around Supreme Verdict where I can. So my whole team's going to come back in their end step. This is awesome. I am so excited right now. Teferi had to bounce Yorion, just spewed on Yorion just to stay alive, to have a chance in this game. I guess Uro gets to come back now. I have a bunch of answers to that ready. I guess I have enough creatures coming back that I can cord in the end step also. Like, this is messed up. All right, so if that did not put an island into play, so they don't have Cryptic mana up. Get your attack for 2. Here they come. The gang is back. Resto, blink, acidic slime, Coatl draw a card, slime. I'm just going to keep attacking green mana. I guess I'm pretty close to removing all of their... I was saying, like, keeping them off Cryptic might be something I want to do. Slime is too good. I can cord 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they scooped it up. Acidic Slime did exactly what I said it was going to do. Just shredded their mana and dominated the control mirror. Acidic Slime, you heard it here first. Beats combo, beats control. This is the card for you in Modern. That was fucking nice. On to the next round. All right, so we're on the play in round 4 against a Lurrus deck. I'm going to keep this. Auriok Champion tends to be pretty good against Lurrus decks in general. Most of them are like Burn or Death Shadow kind of stuff. Hopefully they are just like mono red. But I have a turn 2 Ice Fang or turn 2 Coiling Oracle lined up here. Ice Fang Coatl in the wings. All right, looks like they're a shadow type thing. I guess it could be Auras. Is Auras even a deck anymore? Okay, it's the same deck we played against earlier. All right, we've beat this once before. Let's just do it again. Got to figure out the best place to put all these companions. So I remember they're there without them bothering me. So I need to get Hallowed Fountain here, because I have green and I need to start working my way towards double white. Guess I also could have gotten Jeskai Triome. That might have been better. Alright, let's just flip a land here. Easy money, Jeskai Triome! Yep, I made the perfect play. Right, so if I don't get discarded this turn, then I'm probably... This Auriok Champion's probably just going to be in play the whole game. though discard is pretty good. If I don't draw a 4th land, normally I would coatl to try to hit my land drop, but I'm not going to do that in this case. Ah, fuck. Alright. I'm losing my Auriok champion. For sure. I don't think they would let me keep coatl. Nope, no chance. Alright. Now I don't have to choose anymore. Hopefully I just draw the land and I can Resto Angel. Money in the bank. So I am going to fetch right now, and I'm going to get a red source. I could get basic, but I think I need Stomping Grounds. Just start working my way towards... I guess I should have attacked there, because I want Resto in play to block with. Yeah, that attack was mostly free. But if they block with Bomat Courier, then I don't get my blink. Scourge of the Sky Scourge. You don't have attacks. Alright, so... if I find a red source, I actually just win here. Because I have the Kiki. Yes. Soulherder. Riders. This is not what I wanted. So I could play the coatl. I could also play Seasoned Pyromancer. Actually, I think that's better. Yeah, I'm going to play Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm going to discard Avalanche Riders and Soulherder. Just looking for my land drops here. So I'm threatening kiki-jiki next turn. I just need to be alive that long. So the bad news would be Temur Battle Rage. Basically never beating that card, ever, in a game 1 situation. Okay, the Scourge is pretty interesting. Bomat Courier makes the attack makes me think their hand's not good. Alright, so fetching. Do they pop Bomat immediately? Fatal Push, okay, that's pretty good. Alright, that means I can put in my coatl before blocks. Because I don't think, like, Stomping Ground's already in play. I don't think I could get triple red and green this turn. But now I can just get this forest. I'll block here. Oh wait, I can do better than that. I'll block here, here, and here. If they have Battle Rage, I'm just dead. Whatever. Alright, they're looking for Battle Rage. Okay. So what does kiki-jiki do here? So let me make sure I have a fetchable land. Alright, so there is a Steam Vents and a Sacred Foundry in the deck I can still get. I can make a lot of tokens with Seasoned Pyromancer. I could also just play Soulherder and go off in a similar fashion. Kiki-jiki, I guess they both expose me pretty bad to a a removal spell. So I'll just go for kiki-jiki. Sacred Foundry or Steam Vents. I'm not sure if it matters. Steam Vents sounds better. I have a lot of sweet blue cards. Stomping Ground's already in play. Alright, I'm at 9. Oh, I need more red. Keeks McJeeks, there he is. So I can save it on defense, or I can just get to work now. They don't have Battle Rage. They would have played it last turn. I feel like I should attack at least a little bit here. Alright, I'm going to attack with my Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm not sure if Coiling Oracle or Ice Fang Coatl is the better copy, because I want the Soulherder. Maybe I should have just cast Soulherder this turn if I was going to worry about it, but I'm more likely to be able to double spell next turn. Though I could have Soulherdered plus put Yorion in hand. That's all pretty good. Though they can't Fatal Push this. They can Lightning Bolt it. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. Oh, Colligon's command? My goodness. What are these? What modes? 2 to any target and discards a card. Okay, so I'm gonna discard those cards anyway. I could Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, this is pretty close. Soulherder's really good, though. Alright, I'm gonna copy Coiling Oracle. Because the difference, like, this draws a card either way. I can't get to death, like, I don't have Death Touch, that doesn't matter. Dismember. Okay. Alright, I mean, this is not the worst thing that's ever happened. I just block here. Go to 6. I get to draw 2 cards at the end of the turn with Herder. Might as well play this. This is going to untap anyway. I can put Yorion in my hand to guarantee an extra blocker. Seems like a sad use of Yorion. There are Coatls still in the deck. Let's see, Chord of Calling, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I could draw a chord. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to do this and save the Yorion. Glasspool Mystic. That's not one that I wanted. One card left. Attacking with everything. This costs 5 to activate. So I can just jump here. Though Soulherder is a better card to chump with. Because Mimic copying Seasoned Pyromancer at least draws more cards. Alright, there's my block. I'm dead to like every spell. Oh, not that one. I am at 2 to that, or 1 at that spell. Okay, yeah, that doesn't matter. I can't fetch, I'm dead. Alright. Yeah, they kept just off balance enough there. Having no Path to Exiles in the main deck, I don't love. One of the changes that I would make immediately is turn these Aether Vials into Path's main deck. Alright, so Huntmaster comes in. The Paths come in. The Auriok Champion is in. Teferi's a maybe. Avalanche Riders, not great. Ephemerate, Watcher of Tomorrow. I like all the early plays. Oh, kiki-jiki, you tried so hard. I think I cut the Omnath last time and regretted it. Maybe I should cut the Mimic, because I can't necessarily guarantee that I'll have creatures in play to copy if I'm in chump mode. Like that last game, it was a full dead card. Though copying Auriok Champion is bananas. Is Glasspool Mimic better than Teferi, Hero of Dominaria? I don't know. Teferi is another answer to Scourge of the Skycleaves, which is mostly all I'm looking for in my life. Oh, I didn't bring in the Knight of Autumn. I did that last time. I'll do that for game 3. Old Life Gain also answers Scourge of Skycleaves, or at least manages it. This hand is really clunky. I don't know if I can mulligan this, but I don't like it. I'm going to keep it. So we're playing against a deck full of discard. Now I'm going to fetch the Jeskai Triome first. Make sure I have all my mana under me. Like this hand is just a Coatl or Coiling Oracle away from being great. Alright, let's see what they take. If it's Path to Exile or Skyclave Apparition. Like this is why I didn't want to mulligan, because they're going to shred me with discard anyway. I might as well just keep 7. Alright, they let me keep the Path to Exile. Okay, that plays. Gonna get Breeding Pool. And I can protect this with Ephemerate if I have to. I hope I don't have to, but the play is there. Inquisition. This one's probably going to take the path. Oh, taking Ephemerate. Okay. They're really settling in for the longer game here. And they might just have more discard. So I can path this now to guarantee land. No, I think just I will do better if I can answer their threats. Watcher. Too bad that Ephemerate's gone. I'm gonna put a land under there. Just because this thing is likely to die or leave play somehow. Alright, got the Luris. Shit. Alright, I'll bash in. Yeah, if they have like discard spell into Luris here, I could be in some trouble. They got their bauble. I have the path for Luris at least. I could also path this, which gets me 2 lands. And I can cast Skyclave Apparition. But that wrecks all of my... Yeah, that messes up my entire blink strategy. Like, I have so many things that blink this for value. I think Ephemerate is one of the better draws here. Alright, so Chord for 1 is not available because I don't have triple green. Alright, I'll just make my attack. So if they have Death Shadow, these attacks are hurting me more than they're helping me. But if they have anything else, just whittling down their life total is important. They've used their companion and it's gone. Mine's in my hand. Alright, I mean, they don't have a creature, clearly. Still don't have triple green. That's fine. I needed that land. Now I can Chord for 1 if I want to. That can get a mana dork. I don't think I want to do that because if they had a creature, it would be in play. Like, they would have slammed that Mamma Jamma. Their hand, it has to be just removal and lands. Alright. My queen. They don't get any stickier than this. Chord for 2 might have been better there, but I don't want this thing to be discarded because it's just worth so much in play. Yeah, they packed it up. Wow, that was a weird game. They just never found a creature. Alright, so Knight of Autumn can come back in. Omnath can gain life, so I think I want it. I think it might just be the Seasoned Pyromancer that has to go. I say that with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, in my deck. Though, they don't have Stubborn Denial, they're just Rakdos, so I think Teferi is really good. I could bring in Meddling Mage and just name Temur Battle Rage, because that card is such a beating all the time. I don't think I need to do that, though. With the Paths and Venser in the deck, I can respond to a Battle Rage and do stuff. Oh no, a no-lander. Not like this. Alright, I can keep this one. I'm gonna send... I think Windswept Teeth? No, I'll send Jeskai Triumph to the bottom. Because I have enough lands that I don't need to spend my Triumph. As a land, I can save it to be a card later, if there is a later. Yeah, Birds of Paradise. I have turn 2 Soulherder lined up here. And they have a lot of removal, so I'm not counting on this bird still being around. But my hand is not that susceptible to discard. I have 2 of the better card. I guess Apparition is really good in this particular matchup also. Like, if they just have a Scourge of Skyclave here. Okay, unfortunately this doesn't work how I want it to. Like, I can't Soulherder blink this path. So I am just going to have to exile with Apparition. So Do I get basic planes here? I think I have to get a shock land. I have to keep this moving forward. Hallowed Fountain seems like a good one. Alright, Skyclave versus Skyclave. Apparition even blocks the Bomat Courier. Bummer. Still have Path to Exile. I can Soulherder and Path to Exile next turn. Right, I'm gonna get basic forest here. So blue, white. Let's herd some souls. Yes, untap my bird. And I can Path to Exile a creature to surprise grow the Soulherder. Like if they attack with their illusion, I can block and path something else. Oh, not anymore. Or at least it won't be a surprise. But now this is bigger than illusion. I suspect they'll take my Coatl here. That is the card I would rather have in my hand. Though they might make the wrong choice. They made the right choice. They have one card left, plus the Bomat Courier, the fresh 4 that are coming. Easiest block of my life. Oh, there goes that. I hope I draw something sweet to blink right now. That's a sweet one to blink. So I want to tap the bird first, in case they remove it. That maximizes my mana. I think I can attack here. I might as well cast this one too, because I still haven't made my land drop. So they can fetch and Fatal Push now. Nope, they didn't have it. Just getting to draw more cards. Herd those souls. And they're at 4 life. This is out of bolt range now. They just used a fetch land, so it's not a given that they can get Revolt. I think I want to block here. That keeps Scourge of Skyclaves being a little bit smaller. I wouldn't want to lose to like a flurry of Bolts and Teamer Battle Rage. Though that it's possible that would have happened anyway. Alright, I got 2 of a kind. Shock, shock, shock. Aw, coward. Alright, let's draw Noble Hierarch. GG. We did it! 4-0 into the finals with this crazy deck. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Look what happened. We're on the play in round 5 in the finals, and we have our first turn 1 Aether Vial. This has never happened before. and will never happen again because I'm cutting the Aether Vials from the deck. But, alright, let's see how busted this is. My opponent is probably like, what is happening with this Stomping Ground plus Aether Vial combo? Yes. Don't freeze me out. I'm so excited to put a counter on this Aether Vial. Alright, so I'm gonna fetch... I hope they're not actual burn, because I am just shredding my life total here. Coiling Oracle. This is the best start we've had. Against some Bloodstained Mire deck. Oh, I can Violin Ephemerate on my Oracle. I don't have any white mana. Shit. Alright, so Blood Crypt confirmed. Is this actual factual Jund? Like Grandfather Jund? This is Grandfather Jund, wow. Activate Aether Vial, have nothing to put in, just gotta keep him guessing. Make him wonder. I hope I draw a land, so I don't have to main phase this Coatl. Untap white source. Untap white source. Show me the money. So Aether Vial, turn 1 on the play is great. It is a card that I don't necessarily want against actual Jund, though. Alright, now we need to draw a land. Alright, got there. So this land can get white mana, which turns on my Ephemerate. I will absolutely offer the trade with Dark Confidant all day, every day. I could also Eternal Witness just to get a land back, but I'll have Vial on 3 next turn, and I think Ephemerate is more fun. Lightning Skelemental, oh no. This is some sort of aggro Rakdos pile. So I'm gonna have to discard 2 cards. Oh, Blood Moon, my goodness. Alright, so I'm glad I have this Aether Vial. So I'm gonna fetch basic Forest here, and then Chord for 1 and get Birds of Paradise. That lets them attack with Dark Confidant, but that is what it is. And I have Vial on 3, I can just remove the Blood Moon if I care about it. I'll decide if I care about it next turn. And Birds of Paradise is the one I want. Ooh. Just this being a 4-color deck and all. Though I guess the one color that Noble Hierarch doesn't make, Blood Moon does. So maybe I did want Noble Hierarch just to push more damage. That's an interesting debate for another time. Yes. Okay, so I think like I can Vial in Eternal Witness, cast Avalanche Riders, and destroy their swamp. That looks pretty good, actually. Wait. Shit. I forgot about Birds of Paradise. I don't even need to do this. Alright, I'm committed now. I can't untap Aether Vial once I've tapped it, unfortunately. Alright, this lets me cast the Golden Goose also. I'm not going to pretend that was on purpose, but it worked out okay. Ride or die. Ooh, they do know about the Ephemerate in hand, and they seem pretty worried about it. They're willing to trade their Dark Confidant for it. Do I take that deal? Yeah, I'm actually fine with that. I think I would rather hold up Ephemerate than cast the Goose. Because if they have basic Swamp in hand, then I lose my Skyclave Apparition, which is my out to Blood Moon if I need an out to Blood Moon. Or I could just get Cord. Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna ignore Blood Moon, get Cord of Calling. Yeah, that's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, I'll discard Apparition and Goose. And then I can Ephemerate, Eternal Witness in the end step. And I think I actually want to get back Avalanche Rider. They seemed really worried about it last time. And I can put Vial up to 4. I think that I do want to do that. Because next turn I can put it on 5 for Yorion. And she gets back Ephemerate. Play my land. Ride or die. I think I want to just Ephemerate this Avalanche Rider right now. Just take them all the way out of the game. Like now, Bolt isn't an option. They're never casting Lightning Skelemental. All right. That was crazy. I thought for sure we were dead when that Blood Moon happened, but it turns out it just didn't even matter. Aether Vial was a hero that game. I will give it the credit it's due. Alright, so this is definitely an Auriok champion. I believe this is a Scavenging Ooze matchup also. I don't think this is a Teferi matchup. I like Huntmaster a lot. So who's not so good? I mean, Avalanche Rider showed up that game, but I don't want 2 of them in the deck. Ephemerate's good. I actually think Aether Vial's bad in this matchup, even though it won me that game. Like, we're against, like, straight up Lightning Skelemental type shit. I can't count on having cards in my hand. I might have to cut Kiki-jiki. Seasoned Pyromancer is nice because it's a card that's castable under Blood Moon. Kiki-jiki is also super castable. Alright, I'm actually going 0 Avalanche Rider. I have the Acidic Slime if I need to kill lands. Teferi is an out to Blood Moon that's not in my deck right now, but he's a very expensive out to Blood Moon. And I do want this Huntmaster in the deck. Just got to figure out what's left to cut. All of these low drops are good. All right, Omnath might be the loser here against the hyper aggressive Blood Moon deck. My 4-color 4-drop. Okay. This is the deck. All right, it was not Grandfather Jund. It was Lightning Skelemental. This is it. This is all of the marbles for the trophy. Oh, they're sweating me in the draw step. All right, Yorion. Cacaw, Big Daddy. This hand is really good unless they have a very fast Blood Moon. I'm gonna keep. They also kept. So I can fetch just like basic. I can get Forest Island to try to play around Blood Moon. Though I'm not sure if that's the way I should play this game. All right, I'm gonna fetch Forest next turn, basic Forest, cast my Coiling Oracle, and then we'll see where the game goes from there, if they have Blood Moon or not. Ooh, Magmatic Channeler. That's a fun one. I don't think I need to remove that thing. All right, I'll get basic Forest. Ice Fang Coatl. Blood Moon is pretty bad here. We still get to cast Scavenging Ooze, but can't activate it right away. Plague Engineer. Oh, naming Elf is pretty strong. Or do you name Snake Druid? Naming Snake. Oh, that's also a snake. I'm a snake tribal deck. I didn't even notice. Okay, so now I can surprise them with Coatl. Like I can path. I can path. I can path to exile Plague Engineer, or I can just ignore it and hold up. I could just play this as a 4/3. That's the biggest creature in play, but no, I'm gonna hold up Path and Coatl. Like I could at least fetch blue if they go for Blood Moon here. And then I still need white mana to make this hand functional. Ooh, they're doing the thing. So they exile 2 cards, so they found a Skelemental. So I'm gonna path Skelemental. And my snake is just gonna have to be a sad pay 2 draw 1. So I don't really want to take 6, and I don't want there to be a Skelemental in their graveyard. Because this deck plays like Unearth and shit, I imagine, to just keep throwing that Elemental at you. And there's some creature from, I think, War of the Spark that lets you, it like when it attacks, you can put an Elemental with less toughness into play from your graveyard. So I don't think I can afford to play around Blood Moon. I think I just have to get the Hallowed Fountain here. Dead Snake. Still need the card. All right, Basic Plains is a huge relief. I'll play the Basic Plains out there, and then I don't have double green. I do have double white, so I can play this as a 4/3, and I can Ephemerate if they try to mess with it. Currently rules the battlefield. It's a pretty nice one to go off with Soulherder also. Just like every mode is relevant against their deck. Gotcha. All right. Maybe I should have played it as gain 4 the first time to play around removal, like just run out the obvious ephemerate. I don't know. That might be wishing for more wishes. Ooh, that was a bad one. They discarded a land and hit 2 lands. Just gotta hope those last 2 cards aren't good. I'm feeling pretty good here. Like Blood Moon could jack me up. Like if they have Lightning Bolt plus Blood Moon here, even just Blood Moon isn't enough. All right, cool. There's the Unearth. That would have been a Skelemental if I didn't path that earlier. Okay, so they have Blood Moon. All right, so that was kind of aggressive because this Ephemerate is literally sitting on Rebound. So destroy target artifact or enchantment. Easy choice. That one. Then I would not like to pay 2 life. I would like to summon Soulherder and win this game. Lock up that cozy little trophy. Yes, please. I'm going to use gain 4 life mode at this point because I'm not going to block Plague Engineer anyway because it has Death Touch. I can just Ephemerate if I need to. All right, a Channeler and a Plague Engineer. So if they play Plague Engineer and name Dryad or Knight, I can Ephemerate again. Does that... It'll save it temporarily. No, it'll come into play as a 4/3 and just stick around. All right. Might as well just get it up again. Level up the Soulherder. Unfortunately, this is not a sustainable plan because the next time I blink it, it'll come back as a 2/1. So I'm just going to bash with it. Or I can play Deputy of Detention, removing 2 Plague Engineers. That sounds like a better plan. All right, they are all in over there. Or I guess that's not true because they get to draw 2 cards right now. But this Deputy is going to be really good. All right, get your beats while you can. You're about out of gas. Oh, I have to rebound this, don't I? Cast this card without paying its mana cost. I can decline. Can I decline? You may cast this. I don't think I want to. No, I don't think I will. Then Deputy. All right, respect my authority. Get rid of these. 2 creatures got exiled. That's so fucking funny. I guess I get to path this too. Just get in for huge beats. Just attack for 10 right now. And then I'm gonna... If I blink this... If I blink this, Soulherder gets 2 points bigger forever. Because the engineers come back. They get to name 2 things. Nothing I have is an X2. Yeah, I actually think this is better. Oh, they're naming names. Okay. I thought I broke the game for a second there. Soulherder is huge. Little 9/9 action. Blood Moon and Fatal Push. All right, so they can't push any of my creatures unless they unless they're able to get Revolt. They're not currently revolted. And they scooped it up. Trophy! Well, we trophied with this insane donation deck. Like I said, throughout the league, I don't actually think Aether Vial belongs in this deck. We're going to bury people on value. We don't really need this mana engine. That's not really what the deck's trying to do. I missed having removal spells in the main deck. So I would just cut these vials right away, move the paths into the main, and then that opens up 4 sideboard slots. You can do whatever you want with those. Have fun with them. I'm not going to try to figure it out right now in this video, but that's what I would do with the deck right away. The mana worked really well. The engine was great. I had a lot of fun with everything that was happening there. Obviously, like you saw the league. Thank you, MacKenzie, for submitting this deck. The deck was awesome. The league was awesome. If you want me to play your deck, make sure to contact me. My information's in the description. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.